farmer's footprint and journey of intrinsic health. I think those are two important things that people can connect with. We'll put everything in the show notes, but possibly just give us a quick wrap on how important those two areas are to you.
Yeah. I think, I'm eager for these things to re-express themselves in Africa. Farmer's Footprint, we founded in the United States about 5 years ago, and we developed a technique for storytelling as a method for transformation. And so we allowed farmers to start to tell their own stories of transformation through the regenerative agricultural practices that they were discovering. And we found that every farmer had a different version of regeneration. Every farmer had a different, story into their own new wealth and their own new prosperity found in their own independence from chemical companies, from inputs, chemical inputs and fertilizers and herbicides, pesticides, everything that was making them go bankrupt. They let go of all of that and let nature re-express itself within their piece of land. And of course, every piece of land, every piece of nature would express itself differently. And so we have, 100 or so stories told now around the country and around the world of regeneration happening through people rather than from people. And so Farmer's Footprint US was spawned. That's now been a fertile place for rebirth. So we birthed Farmer's Footprint Australia, Farmer's Footprint UK, and is currently coming off the ground. Farmer's Footprint New Zealand is marked out for sometime later this year. And we're hoping Farmer's Footprint South Africa gets its foothold this year as well. And so I'll be back there again in April. I was there a couple of times last year and eager to be back there again a couple of times this year to keep the momentum building towards South Africa's ability to express Farmer's Footprint. Farmer's Footprint, that the name came from an incredible Japanese proverb that says that the best fertilizer for a garden is the farmer's footprint. And that is a beautiful story of nature's, but not only welcoming us into reality, but nature's value for humans. Nature wanted humans to walk on her surface. And we have seen that when people walk and witness nature, nature thrives more. In the Judeo-Christian world, this has been called, humanity has been called the bride of Christ or the bride of Source, To be a spouse to nature is to be its witness. And we all drive towards partnership, whether it's marriage or some other model. We drive for that deep in our subconscious systems and our social systems reinforce that because it is important to be seen. It is important to have our beauty witnessed. That's why the farmer's footprint is such an incredible fertilizer for Earth, is she wants to be seen. And so we have an opportunity to become the witness to the beauty of nature. And when our feet become the modus of reconnection, Earth thrives. And we've seen that with the keystone species. When the lion puts its paw print back on Earth and is allowed to become the keystone species in a small territory, Earth thrives, the water systems return. When the bison, the buffalo of North America, put their hooves on Earth, the rivers start to flow again. When the paw of the wolf is returned to Yellowstone National Park in northern parts of the United States, the river systems flow again, and it is restored. The footprint of the farmer is the best fertilizer. When we humble ourselves to the point of just being witness as farmers rather than extractive as farmers, we will see Earth thrive beneath our feet, and we can rebirth that regenerative future. So farmer's footprint is something to take a look at as what's been expressed in North America, Australia, elsewhere. But we're most excited, for Africa to begin to express its story of witness to its own beauty, of witness to its own Earth, and for humanity there in Africa to step into that keystone relationship of we can put our feet back on this Earth, and this Earth will respond with love and abundance in measures that we can't even imagine. So that's farmersfootprint.us. You can take a look at farmersfootprint.org.australia.aus is another one. But ultimately, I would take confidence that this movement is moving globally. But more importantly, than my websites or my resources out there, I would start to remap your household in its wealth and start to reimagine nature expressing itself through each of you in the household, each of you in the extended family, each of you in the extended community, and start to remap your own wealth map towards an abundant future where nature is expressing itself through every relationship you have. And you'll be part of that future. It will emerge through you. And I'll be honored to be witness to that.